I am very happy that Dr. Baldwin set the precedent of letting his emotions go a little bit because this is a big moment for me, and I ask you to bear with me because I might lose it a little bit. So that's what I want the whole time. Jeff and Nadine, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everybody here. I know that transforming your home into a wedding reception is very stressful. It takes a lot of hard work, and I know you, Nadine, especially, put so much time into this, and this is absolutely wonderful. So I know I speak for everybody here when I say this. Mr. and Mrs. Carpenter, we're here. The day's arrived. You've been just wonderful to me and Matt's friends, both of you. Almost like second parents to me and to Dan Koski. And it's a big day, and you know, you always have a place in my heart. So I've been thinking about this moment for a long time. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't. Most people think about their future wedding day. I've been thinking about Matt and Courtney's for the last few years. When I sat down to write what I wanted to say tonight, I really struggled. It was really hard, and I realized that the reason being is that, and I don't want to be over dramatic when I say that, this is a huge moment for both of you, for your friends, and for me. And I really just want to give this moment the weight and justice it deserves, because this is huge. This is really huge. So anyway, I'm going to try. I've known Matt since the 4th grade, and ever since I've known Matt and we started liking girls, a familiar pattern has emerged that shouldn't really emerge. Shouldn't really emerge between best friends, and that pattern has been I really like Matt's girlfriends. So for instance, in 8th grade when Matt was dating Nikki Tolomeo, and they broke up for an afternoon, sure enough that night I called her up and asked her out. She declined, which was another emerging pattern in my life at that time. And then another more infamous moment between Matt and I happened about 4 years later when the senior prom was coming up. And there's still tension to this day. You see Matt seething over there. Matt and I, there was a young junior named Katie Ford that Matt and I both had our eye on. And I knew that Matt wanted to ask her to prom, but I did too. So we're in this LeSabre one night, driving around. And I said, Matt, I really want to ask Katie Ford to prom. Do you care? And he said, he was really nice about it. He said, you know what? I really like her, Paul. I want to ask her to prom. So I said, okay. Next day at school, I asked Katie Ford to prom. Anyway, I tell you those stories because when I met Courtney, I knew Courtney was different, and I had to back off. But Mrs. Carpenter reminded me the other night that when Matt and Courtney first started dating, and I had been talking to Mrs. Carpenter about Matt's new girlfriend, I told her at that time, I said, you know what, I think she's the one. I think I knew before Matt did. But she was different, and Courtney, you are completely and totally one of a kind. You are so kind. You are so much fun, and you are genuine to the core. You don't have a disingenuous bone in your body. You are so wonderful, and you've been so wonderful. I think Matt said it best early on when you were dating. We were talking about Courtney and long-term prospects with her, and Matt said to me, he said, and I'm using his words here, he said, you know, Paul, I know with Courtney that I'm out-kicking my coverage. So for those of you who haven't followed the analogy, Matt knew how lucky he was to be with Courtney from early on. And I thought, yeah, at first glance, Courtney's a total 10. She's out of his league. But upon further reflection, I realized, you know what? Matt's been out kicking his coverage his whole life. And if you're continually out kicking your coverage your whole life in so many different aspects, maybe it's that you're getting exactly what you deserve. And I thought, the more I thought about it, I thought that's exactly it. In all that you've been successful in, and you've been very successful, and with Courtney, you're getting exactly what you deserve. Matt's a tremendous and witty writer. Anybody who's read his blog or gotten any invitation from him knows that he's very funny. Matt's always been one of the smartest people we know, and he's very modest about it, but instead of resting on his laurels, Matt has taken all of his talents and applied them in life in so many ways and been so successful. In his profession as a lawyer, he's a fierce advocate every day for those who need a voice for the working class, and I'm proud of him for it. And you've just grown so much, and that's the one characteristic that you've exhibited over the years that I love about you is your capacity to grow as a person. You're not the same person I knew in grade school or high school or in your 20s. You've always grown, and none more so than with Courtney over these last few years. And I think everybody can see that, and you've certainly become more patient, more selfless, less grumpy. But most importantly, you've shown that you can completely and totally give of yourself to another person without reservation as you have with Courtney. And I am so proud of that friend that can do that and that does that with you and Courtney. It's so evident to all of us. And I am so proud and honored to be standing here tonight and to call you both my best friends. I love you both.